Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of the TypeScript Tea Time. I'm your host Mirko and hope you have a beautiful day. Today we are going to continue most of the time I think with our TWAS little game. I can maybe show some pictures again just to know what we are doing. I did however change the ordering on my desktop, which was of course a mistake. Because now I have to find the right folder. There it is. Let's see. Yeah, this one's fine. So what we have is a Final Fantasy style game where, well, you have turn-based. First the monster attacks and then we can attack. As a person in chat, you can control one of these characters. You randomly get assigned one of these nice little sprites that we found. All of the sprites, by the way, are not in the public domain, but at least under the Creative Commons licenses. So you can check those out as well if you want to use them for your game. Yeah. We have a lot of DnD monsters and a lot of sprites for those as well. A lot of different monsters coming in and then attacking our adventurers every few seconds. And by now things start to get interesting because last time we did a lot of SFX and music stuff. So that was kind of the noisy stream. I call it that way. Because, well, audio settings and audio mixing on stream is always terrible because you cannot really, yeah, it just all comes together and you want to stream it as well, so you cannot really control it because then it would give you a feedback loop and whatnot. So that's a lot of fun, but fortunately I think we kind of managed. So let's maybe get right to it. I think I can start the audio. Can I? I hope I can. Hey, Danica-chan, good to see you. How are you doing? Please take a look at what we currently have because it's been a while, I think, since you've been on stream, in the stream. So currently the volume is off, but I will unmute. Great too. Thanks. Perfect. Good to hear. No, the volume is not muted. Then why can I not hear it? That's the big question. I think we have the settings here. Applications. All of these are actually on, apparently. Yeah, that looks good. So, how... I just have to click. Yeah, there we go. there we go. I just had to click inside of the window. Let's play around maybe. Would you? Kanika-chan, how about it? Want to defeat some monster? Because then I think we need to start the backend as well. /server, and let's maybe even start correspondingly as code. And in particular, let's go to the monsters and make them slightly stronger. What do you think? Because 21 is really not strong. By now I do more damage. Because my character has made so many of these battles. Let's see, localhost, the 3000/adventurers. Yeah, I'm already at level 12. I've made so many battles that I've actually, apparently 35 battles that I've won. Oh no, it's divided by 3, 10. Something. So I get plus 12 damage, I think, which is of course too much for only 21. So today, where is my to-dos? My to-dos are not showing up. Let me double check that. New tab. Python. Yeah, okay, both of my overlays aren't working for whatever reason. www.trello. And one more. Effects. Yeah. So now we should see. I'll read out this one and reload the to-dos. Huh, that's better. Yeah. So also, welcome to all the other people in chat. We are developing a little game on stream here for streaming, actually. So it's a kind of a meta game that we want to play across multiple streams. And in the Final Fantasy style. So also on that account, welcome to the new follows this week. So in the last couple of days, we had a few follows. We are Creddy, thank you, and welcome to the tea time. Pseudo Jedi, but it's written Pseudo Jedi, as well as Chicolo Lemolina. Cool. Welcome everybody, and enjoy the streams. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. So we now should have set everything up. Apparently my command is not perfect yet. But now if I write fire, we see some effects. And also if I write this, we should see some drops. Perfect. Okay. Everything is working now. Let's take a short look at what we have. So last time, my hand is here, so I'm pointing upwards. Perfect. Yeah, we've got this one. It's actually, so shout out to Instafluff, who Instafluff, who developed that, and he also has the comfiest stream on all of Twitch and maybe on all of the internet. Very flashy and fluffy and plushy. And he actually pretty much built all of the he built all of the drop game. All I had to do is just change my link, and all of a sudden, so kind of insert my own channel name, and all of a sudden we had this game running, which is pretty cool. So thank you, Instafluff. I'm also kind of a regular on his stream, so if you want to come by, you can find me there as well. So Danica-chan, do you want to play around? So on that note, before I forget, so last time I said I will do the SFX for the adventurer heal out of stream, because we kind of did, I don't know, 4 sound effects, so, and it was always the same, basically me just copying one line, changing the key, copying another line, changing that key, and that was it. And I did that as well for the heal. So let's try to play around here. I hope it works this time, because sometimes I get reverbs, but I don't know yet why. So let's see. We do want this, and we do want to, I think, refresh. There we go. So, but one more thing that we want is, oh, it's actually, does it actually make sounds? Can you hear the sounds? Well, I am preparing lunch at the same time, so I might be a bit slow every now and then. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Yes, I do hear that. Perfect. Is it too loud? Is it just fine, or should we even increase the sound? So Let's give them some more HP here. So let's say about 69, 68, 70. It's fine, I guess. Super. And then we need to go one more time into our main scene and disable the death mode. False. Save, and now if I just refresh, there we go, up here. the directions are reversed. So I will type !ambush into this into the chat, and then a monster comes down. As soon as that happens, you can type !join. I have to write the ambush, but there it is. Crawling claw. And now you can !join the battle. Yeah, you tried. And the next thing you can do is you can type either, so the !attack, or you can also !heal, and then for example add some person, for example Danica-chan. There it is. Oh man, that was a good hit. And I need to figure out in the meantime how I can hear things. So I thought everything is put on. There we go. Attack. You can also in particular write some sentences with the word attack inside. That works as well. It doesn't work for here though. Yeah. The monster attacks from time to time. That said, I just remember one more thing. To do monster cooldown indicator. One more to do. So its attack, it's tail. There we go. Some damage out there. Danica received some damage. Particular if you start healing, you also see. So as soon as you type !heal space @ then the Twitch will essentially autocomplete you, at least on desktop. I don't know how it works on mobile. Haven't tried that. Yeah, we definitely also need another kind of a way to indicate when the monster is going to attack next, I think. Kind of a activity status bar or something. Do you need some more heal? I think you do. Yeah, now you're pretty much filled up on HP. And we can continue the attack. So for all of the other people in chat, that's timing. Yeah, that happens. You can only ever do one attack per round, per turn. Yeah, maybe it would also be nice to have an indicator of whether you have already done an action or not. Oh, that hurt, man. Gotta get some healing. Could you hear me, baby? Maybe? And then maybe it's just one final attack if we're lucky, or maybe two. Man, he really hits hard today. It should be a D20, but he didn't do a single one. Oh no, the last one was. Yeah, the monster does really good damage today. I think I'm gonna heal you once more before we get out of this battle. And then... Oh, there was only a one. Very good, very good. Get some more heal out there. So you're all almost back to full health, as far as I can tell. Oh, thank you. Man, those hits are really hurt. Let's finish this fight, okay? Let's finish it. You can do it. Come on. Punch it in the face. The crawling claw. Yay! We did it! Good job, everybody. We also, probably need some, I don't know. Let's see, to do level up indicator. That would be pretty cool. Although the level ups, I think, are pretty much calculated right now only. Anyway. Cool. Thank you so much for playing. It was a lot of fun. Particular, I like the start currently the most. It just looks amazing by now. I'm very proud of it. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. And it is. And it has. Cool. So one thing that I still have here, kind of waiting, is this dark aura effect that we see on startup. If we go to localhost 8080 once more, and we say, oops, mute, and then deactivate or activate development mode again, should now see this aura here. I like that one. The effect is of course stolen, because every effect is stolen eventually. From Hollow Knight. There's a great fight against against one monster. So Hollow Knight, spoilers incoming. You've been warned. Hollow Knight knocked. No, it's knocked. Nosk. That's it. And there's a pretty cool animation when this dude comes out. So you find him, and then you have these outgoing circles, which are, however, somewhat, well, they are not clean circles, as you can see. And that's kind of the idea where I got this one from. In particular with the delay. Together with the Taurus demon from Dark Souls 1, the first one. Because it's the Taurus demon kind of falls from the sky, and then, well, not from the sky, but from a tower. It jumps down and then it starts attacking you. So that's how those two came together. And in this case, well, as always, I have basically used the Phaser3 particle editor. This project here, cannot show that often enough. Basically what you do is you have this editor, and it's all online. You can just click here, and then it essentially starts, and then you can start playing around with it. And that's how I created this animation also, as well as the heal and the very tiny dust animation here. Okay, as well as screen shake, of course, because screen shake always makes things amazing. So yeah, playing some stuff with the particle emitters here. So let's say add number 1. Oh no, episode. Which episode do we have? 34 already. So 34, add dark aura animation on during monster scream. Here we go. Oh, you should have gone there too. So what we can always do is rerun basically git commit -- amend. But I have a shortcut for that, which is just git fix. Okay. So now what are we going to do next? So this dark aura during scream is basically also done. Let's see. One thing that I wanted to just show because I finally found something in that direction is a very small refactor. There's a ton. I already told this on stream a couple of times. Low dash is amazing. So low dash being, or underscore, the previous version basically. One of the most important and most useful JavaScript libraries around. It also has like tons of millions of downloads every week, because it extends just the basics so immensely nice. Particularly, for example, you want to have you have the array.filter function usually, which gives you, so given a condition, you get all the elements in the array that fulfill this condition. But sometimes you just want to split an array in 2 parts. That's where partition comes in. Or you have other stuff like to kebab case, to camel case, and so on. And all of that is kind of part of Lodash. Just a ton of utilities, or just a head, which gives you the first element of some collection of an array, or tail, similar to what you can do in Bash as well, and so on and so on. And one thing that I found is sample. So what sample does is it gives you a random element from a collection, which is pretty cool. So earlier you would have written something like, so let's see, I think in the monsters list we have it down here. There we go. Monster mapping of some random number. Random, by the way, is also a function coming from Lodash. And then you take the length -1, which is kind of yeah, okay, you pick a random element of this. But well, you always have to make sure you don't forget the -1 and so on. So what you can instead do is you can just say sample monster mapping. There we go. And then you import it from Lodash, and there you have it. And in this case, so it does return or undefined in TypeScript. So I just make sure, I just ignore the error and I say, yes, that's always defined. And well, I don't think there could be a shorter version of the random monster config function. So do we have any of these random of any of these somewhere else? No, it doesn't look like it. Minus config -1. No, that's fine. All right. Yeah, that's already it. That's all. Just a very, very small refactor that I wanted to do. We don't have our convention here. I think like this. Episode name, then what type of change? It's a refactor, and then use slow-dash.sample. There we go. That's one more done. Done. Cool down. No. Sample. Doing sample exclamation mark. Done sample. Then exclamation mark doing. I do think the cooldown indicator is very useful. So I think that's what we're going to do next, even though it's kind of out of my original plans. So one thing that we might just do is have a kind of bar down here which indicates the progress. Maybe we still have, that's my thumbnail design. So here's the original design, and we're pretty close to that, I think. So what we can maybe just do is have a rectangle. Where are you, rectangle tool? Blend tool, ink, clone. Rectangle select. No, I don't want to. Well, rectangle select works as well. I think what we can do is kind of Final Fantasy style. We just have a bar which is partially filled. What color can we use for this? Red doesn't quite work. Maybe a blue. Then if we just fill this. Oh, that didn't work. Why can I not fill it? Okay, let's look maybe at Final Fantasy pictures, because they are more useful. Final Fantasy ATB bar. Turn-based battles. So they have this, in this case it's a yellow bar. And here it's terribly small, I think. Copy image address. You have this greenish. No, that's the health, I think. No, the health is here. Okay. So that's the ATB. Final Fantasy, I don't know. Let's look at how did it look like in Final Fantasy 6? Simply like this. Okay. Perfect. So what if we just give it a very small ATB bar down here? Or here, alternatively, but that kind of smudges the image. So I think here should be fine. Maybe. So that means we go to the main scene. No, we go into the health bar, monster health bar maybe, and we add, even though it's not a health bar, I just do it here for now, so that we can first of all see it. And then we do something like this. Empty activity bar. And we put it at position, I don't know, 200. Hopefully that works. Scale should be just, I think, regular even. Maybe even regular. And there we have it. So if we push this up slightly with the help of our GUI, const GUI equals new GUI, then we can add the empty activity health bar. We can set its Y position, and it is between 0 and 200. We don't need to listen. I don't know where the listen comes from. So now we can change this by just doing this. And now we have the value 156. 156. Yep, 156. There we go. Do we have the other health bar? So there were, I remember there being two health bars, one in red, one in blue, but I don't have the other one. So let me, health and mana bars. There we go. Let's go here and get to this. I think green is fine, right? Green sounds good. Green works wonders. Then green bar, we move you over to here. Green bar. So and now we can, of course, as you all know by now, we go into the loading scene, we find the picture here and give it a name, green bar. We call it, I don't know. That's just the image name, which is greenbar.png. I do need to include it in the inside of here. Perfect, that's already included, so that one works. We now have the key available inside of Phaser, and we can just use it by doing something like this. Then activity bar, give it this name, and we draw them on so the empty version and the non-empty version, we draw them on top of each other. And the idea is, with the help of cropping, we can just indicate how full it is. You can see that for the monster as well. If it receives damage, basically it renders the complete, at least in theory, it renders the complete red health bar. So it's basically laid on top here, but instead we crop it with the help of a rectangle here and this set crop function. Yeah. So in this case, it is visible from top left, 0, 0 in relative coordinates to this dot width dot times factor and the full height. So it shows the full height, as you can see here, but it would usually, if we provided this dot width up to here, but we multiply it by a factor of less than 1, which makes it cut like this. And the factor of which is smaller than 1 is just the percentage of health left. And we can do the exact same for the activity bar, I think. So I think we can do this, and we can do that, and then we include a new thing here. We call it monster activity bar dot ts. And then let's see, Phaser, I think it's an image. So monster activity bar extends game objects dot image. It doesn't receive a text. Instead, what does it receive? So an X position, a Y position. I don't think we need that. We just hard code them right here, which is seen. So we want to have it in the center of the screen. And we want to also have it at this position 1, 5, 6. And we want to give it a key empty health bar. That's the texture that's being rendered. And on top of that, we put this activity bar. So now it should be gone, but we have what we can include it again if we go into the monster. Somewhere we create this monster health bar. There we go. We can also set this dot activity bar equals new activity bar of scene. Just make this into a constant. Use it later. So with the help of this activity bar, I think we can transform this one into a variable. Let's see. Let's do it vice versa. So what I want is to update the activity bar again and again and again. So instead of making the empty health bar the basic, we just do it vice versa. Empty bar. And then we don't even have to save any variables. So, and then we update. Give me just a second. So one thing that the very simplest solution that I can think of right now is the following. We say scene.time.interval, depending events, update, pause, timescale, delayed call, maybe delayed call, I guess so. And with the help of this delayed call, I think it first receives a number, which is the delay. So, and it is 3000 in this case. And maybe we make this one into a variable. So this is basically the cooldown. This dot cool, just cooldown. And now what we can do is, no, that doesn't work. We want to update it, I think. Yeah, basically we want to update it. So let's call this update function, after all, public. And then we receive some time values and a delta. Time and delta. Where does this come from? Now, what do we want? We want to have it full every 30 seconds, and other than that, it fills slowly up to the point where we have it at 30 seconds completely at 100. Which means I think what we can do is we have an interval. Time passed is time minus time. I should not write this. Let's see. We want to have it so 100% filled after 30 seconds and every 30 seconds and every following 30 seconds of creation and every following 30 seconds, which means it somehow we should use modulo, I think. Modulo time passed is smaller than some epsilon, then let's see. That's not how it works. Wait, what do I want to do? I want to have the factor essentially, right? I want to have 30 seconds divided by minus time passed modulo 30 seconds, and I don't want modulo. What I want is actually this divided by 30 seconds, right? I think then we have the factor. So example, time passed is 0, then the factor is also 0. If time passed is 30, then, or let's say 29, then the factor is, let's see, 29 divided by close to 1. That sounds good to me. And then it just resets immediately to 0. I think that's the way I want to do it. Yeah. So what we do is we take time passed plus equals the delta, and then we say factor is time passed modulo. Where's my modulo? Modulo 30,000. Oh, this dot cooldown. Just the cooldown. And then we divide that by the cooldown. And now we can say this is this dot set crop. And then we have 0, 0, this dot width times factor, and this dot height. So the cooldown we also need to have as a variable then, as a data field. And we also need to sum up this time passed value. So we need a const private time passed, which is equal to 0 at the beginning, and then starts doing stuff. We need this there. I think that's it. Hopefully. Now, coming from here, we also need to include it, of course, and we have to call the update function, otherwise it won't update by itself. So that's why I want to put this one to this .activity bar, and we make this into a private activity bar. It is set eventually. Wait, we don't need that one. We also need that one. And this is a monster activity bar. And finally, call it an update. Don't we have an update yet? We don't. Okay. Interesting. Public update. It needs to receive the time as well, number, as well as delta, and then it updates the activity bar. So now the monster in itself also needs to be updated. So one level higher, main scene, update. We already call monster.update, interestingly, even though it does nothing. What we can do now is we get the time here, which is a number, and we get the delta here, which is also a number. And we can pass them down, time and delta. And then we have it. So even though I don't use the time, I will keep it just for the sake of consistency with Phaser. I could just remove it, right? But I think for the sake of consistency, just every update always receives time and delta. That makes it so much easier. So, hey, it works so far. And events. It works. Yay! Nice. Nice. Now we know when the monster is going to attack again. And it's not as static anymore when we wait for the monster to attack. Cool. Very nice. That's it, I think. This looks clean. The green bar is just an image. We already have it inside of our acknowledgements, so that's fine as well. Let's see here. That's fine as well. But maybe we rewrite the acknowledgement once more, just to be more explicit. Do we have it still open? No, we don't. Where is the mana bars? There we go. Yep. Health and mana bars changes none. Oh. Okay, that works. Episode 34 at monster cooldown indicator. Ah, wait. One more thing. I think now we actually have to go to the backend, because the backend decides in which intervals the functions get called, I think. So maybe, I mean, the easy way would be to just ignore it, but then we have to always keep it in sync, which is not in the sense of clean code. So let's go to the server here once, and then we see, is it inside of battle? Time till next attack, there we go. And it says monster appeared right here. Very good. So that said, we can just add this here. Monster attack interval, maybe. Or turn interval. And then we say, yep, time till attack, which it receives from the outside. Okay, well, as long as it receives it, everything is fine. Now, for this to work, we have to go to the events and we have to change the event slightly, but since we only add something to the event, everything is going to be fine. There's not much to do. Monster appear, yeah, ambushed. This is a number. We save that. We also need to add it in the front end, and again, it's also not nice. It would be great if we had it in a shared code base, these events. But for that to work, I mean, I did on the last few days of the weekend, I did set up and found out how to publish to NPM fairly simply, let's say. So we could do something like that, and whenever we have, but that's also not fun, I think. Although it would be interesting, I think. Oh, that's the wrong event. Ambush event. There we go. And now we have this dude on the ambush event, and we can say inside of the main scene when we create the monster, I think we can just pass the whole event. And we pass config.monster. And I also want to pass down the, what is it? Turn interval, attack interval, which is a number. And then we put that one into the monster activity bar and remove this default. Oh, I'm back. So this one receives it like so, and then we go here and we say config.turn interval. Save. 3 errors found. Doo-doo. Let's see. I forgot to save. Now it's 2. Okay. There we are. Let's see. So 2 errors. One is here in, okay, that's just a test case. Perfect. Time. Turn interval, I don't know, 30,000. Yeah. Oh, wait. In seconds. We have to take times 1000 here because it's in seconds by default. And now we have one more error in here, which is it's also a test. Okay, turn interval 30,000. There we go. So that fixes our TypeScript errors on the back end. That should work again. Yeah, it runs. In here we have our let's, I think we need a comma. Okay, it's in complete ambushed event now. So this becomes monster colon, and then another one of those. Now in here we give it a type of, yes, monster appeared, and we give it also a turn interval of 30,000. And we need to write the comma there to make proper syntax, and there we go. Man. But the good thing is, all of these bugs were avoided by having TypeScript running over it. And tell us that, well, you're doing something wrong, my friend. I think that's it. Let's maybe try it in actual production. So we see that it really works. So monster cooldown indicator or ATB bar. Let's call it like that. Ta-da! How do we do that? I just do exclamation mark ambush. And then a monster falls down. There it is. The question is, which one do we now see? The one of the merfolk? I think we do, because it gets drawn on top of it. So if I hit the, yeah, we see that it's drawn on top. Perfect. Nice. And then after 30 seconds, it should now attack. Or it doesn't. Maybe because it has 2. Because we didn't have any adventurers, so the battle just ended. In that case, right, we also need to have something like a dead monster. Exclamation mark to do monster dead, and plus stop rendering bars. TB and health bar. Nothing to do. Yay, more things to do. Woo! So main scene, my friend. There we go. We disable this here for a second, the dev mode, set it to false, and now we go here again. Come on, there it is. We can do exclamation mark ambush, can do exclamation mark join, And now we see that the health is the indicator for how much, whatever was I about to say, the activity bar is actually filling. And after 30 seconds, the werewolf should, so when this is full, it should pretty much at the same time jump to the front. Yeah, it does. Perfect. Nice. It works. And then we can exclamation mark flee here and everything is fine. Battle has ended. Enabled false true. Nice. So that one's solved. Exclamation mark done. Cooldown. Okay. So we're in 1 hour. Let me just take a 5-minute break here. Some stretching. And then we are going to continue with monster driven damage or dead animation. Monster driven damage is fun. The dead animation is actually pretty useful. So I think for a complete game we have to first finish that one before we do anything else. Okay. Exclamation mark refresh do's, and then I'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned. And so we are back. So, next task. The monster dead animation and stop updating the health bar and stuff. So stop updating the health bar shouldn't be too hard, to be honest, now that I think about it. Because, so from the main scene, so to all who just joined, we are building this nice little game, which we can actually play here live on stream. Yay! You can play with me. And yeah, so from the start, monster falls down and then it makes, and you can by writing one specific command, if we would be in production mode kind of, you could join into the game and you get one of these adventurers here, like so. And then we start fighting the monster and the monster fights us. All this time-based, so the turn-based, sorry. And this is kind of the activity bar of the monster. And the point up there in the to-do list, which says monster dead animation and stop updating ATB and health bar. So this is the ATB bar coming from Final Fantasy activity turn battles, time battles. I don't know what ATB actually means. But so I think stopping that one when the monster is actually dead shouldn't be too hard, because so we have our big fat main function, which kind of basically just takes the event and then calls some other functions. It's kind of a demultiplexing. And how that works, somewhere in here we should have monster dead or monster killed. There we go, monster killed. So on attack impact, the monster starts dying and we play the fanfare. Playing the fanfare, we can actually move, I think, into the monster, which sounds a bit weird, but it works, I think. Does it? Yeah, play BGM, there we go. So we could do something like this instead. And then we have more control over it. Basically all we do. That's fine. So the next thing is, so currently the monster just straight out vanishes. It just, and it's gone. I think we can, let's maybe put this into our GUI that we have here, so that we can just invoke it. So here's the die function. You cannot really see it because of issues here. So this one says die. And if I click on it, the monster just vanishes. And now it actually also plays the music. But this is what I want to change now. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free. If you just want to say hi, say hi. That works as well. If you have any suggestions, also feel free. And other than that, I'm very curious to hear about what projects you are working on. Because, well, just coding together is a lot of fun. Whether it's for work or in your free time. Everything goes. So now we can invoke die. That's already something. What do we have here? Oh, that one's moved. Perfect. Now the next thing that I want, I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, 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 really. Somewhere we have the die function. I should just look for that one. So now in here, we have to think about what we want. Let's maybe look at some examples. So maybe one of my favorites. So Hollow Knight die animation, death animation. Particularly the bosses, I think are. Oh no, I think this is the. Well, it's also interesting to see the death animation of the player character. So the enemy strikes. We see some impact. And then, oh, interesting. They kind of have this 90s JRPG, like the broken glass that, well, in this case it doesn't fall down, but I think Final Fantasy X battle, I think that's amazingly famous for that one. Come on, give me a. I don't want to see the in battles, I want the well, there we go. The one I mean. But I want to have the actual boss death animation. New death animation, Grey Prince. It depends, I think, on the boss. Now that I. So you might be spoiled. Be aware of that. You might get spoiled here. Is he dead? Somewhere here he seems to die. Okay, the monster kind of goes up in this case. Let's well, if we, is it knocked death animation, death compilation of whom? Not you, not the player character. Demo footage, death animation post from Reddit, Hollow Knight. Maybe let's just look at a few fights. Let's look at Noct again. Is it Noct? Nosk. Where? Okay. So the final attack at some point. There it is. And then it kind of juggles around and explodes. First with its aura, and then finally in a more explosive way. Let's look at it again once more. So starting to struggle and then exploding. Can we reuse maybe our starting animation? I mean, we do have the starting animation already this year. If we do that again, then it makes a short break, and then it explodes in a very fast way. That might be something to consider. So let us first of all put in the dusty animation or aura animation. Why is it? Ground shaking, here it is, I think. So, ambush. Animate landing dust. That's the landing dust. Oh, the name of the function is still wrong. This is just on update. Ground shake complete. Let's see. So here we set up. Man, did I write this terrible? We should have, before I committed it earlier today, we should have checked it again. So here we have our aura animation, and it then resumes here. So we might be able to reuse that one. First of all, I will just copy paste it and then we see how that goes before I make it really clean. Like so. So in this case, we stop it, and I don't think we need to stop and resume it. It just runs. As soon as the monster is there, it is not visible in that time. It should be visible in that time. So we remove that one. They stop here. Wait, let us maybe write this as a timeline. So first get hit. So or receive hit, then it receives a hit, it then the dark aura effect, then short break, and maybe also plus scream, then short break, and then explosive dark aura plus explosion sound plus, and then finally monster disappears. How does that sound? I think it might be feasible. Now what we need to do for that is, I think we can define this as a timeline. This dot, let's see, scene dot tweens dot add timeline, add dot timeline. Timeline, okay. Tweens.timeline. We create that one. Const timeline equals this. And then we can do timeline.add, do stuff. So the first thing that we want to do is have this dark aura effect. So we can stop the aura first. And then we can just targets empty object. Basically all we want is this on start function, and in that case we want to start streaming, and we want to start the aura. Aura dot did it actually? Not bad. not bad. So this is GitHub Copilot. If you haven't checked it out, it's amazing. It's amazing. I can definitely, well, maybe not recommend it because you sent all your data over, but it's still amazing. Aura.resume is the first thing that we want. We also want some screen shake, probably. Plus screen shake, explosion sound plus screen shake. So the receive hit is basically already done because that happens from outside. Do I have a check mark here? Maybe check mark, there we go. So we have first of all this aura. Then we do need to do screen and to do screen shake. Then the next thing that we want to add, can I just make a comma? Not sure. Let's just say timeline dot add another one bites the dust. Yeah. We need to give it a duration, and I don't know how long it takes, but let's say 1000. Then the next thing that we want to do is we want to stop the scream, and we want to also stop the screen shake and the dark aura effect. So this targets the empty object and x equals 0 is just so that we have some tween for Phaser to work with. We don't really use it. It's kind of a workaround for providing nothing, but providing nothing doesn't work, unfortunately. There's a weird thing going on. So short break means for 1 second, let's say, we do, wait. We can just do on complete, we do, wait, what am I doing? Aura dot stop, and I think, yeah, destroy aura, stop scream, and stop screen shake. And we do need to implement that, of course. There's a comma missing. So we have the short break done, and then we add a, is it just a delay? Number of milliseconds to delay before the tween will start. So we add the delay down here instead. Delay to give us a break. Of 1 second, and then we do, I don't know, on start. Can we change the aura? I'm not sure whether we can. So I think aura dot active blah 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 speed. We might not be able to change the particles itself. Not that easily, let's say. Body dot speed, mass, position, velocity. not sure. So explosive dark aura, so shorter lifetime for the particles, but faster speed, higher speed. We want to have an explosion sound, and we want to have some screen shake, short but intense. And then finally, on complete, we do the thing which is we do have to, I don't think we have to stop the explosion sound. We do have to destroy the aura, exactly. Explosive aura. Stop the screen shake, even though that's automatic, I think. And we say this dot set visible false, finally. And there we have it. So now we just have to implement all of this. The screen shake is the simplest one, I think. There it is. Flashy punch. We do have, where's the aura, the original? Where's the original? Oh. This is our e.stop. Do I still need this? To do, what is this? More aura stuff up here, there we go. So we have this screen shake, we have a ground shake, and there's the screen shake. So let's do this. Oops. Copy. And then we go down to the other one and we say inside of here, do the screen shake thingy for, well, 1 second. First frame duration, 1000. And then we have the, it's not a frame, but first, how do you call this? First, second, anim duration, timeline. What do you add to a timeline? Tweens. Well, no, this one we don't need. Okay. Da-da-dum. So we shake the screen a lot. We push out this aura. We start screaming. The scream, is it used here somewhere? We play it. Ah, okay. That's better. So we can just move this one down here to the rest. And then we can say in the timeline, on when the timeline starts, we start screaming. So we do dot play. And when it completes, we can say scream dot stop. Yeah, stop. There we go. I hope we don't get a duplicate key error here. But let's see. We also want to say aura dot stop pause. maybe destroy. Not sure yet. And we already have the screen shake up there. So this should be fine. Now the next part is, so we first have a short break. I will put in an empty line there to indicate that. Then we have an explosive aura, explosion sound, and we have a screen shake short but intense. So the duration for this one is like, I don't know, 500 milliseconds. So here we have the const second frame duration. It's 500. Or third frame. Explosion frame, let's call it like that. Explosion enum duration. And this is, it moves, the aura moves out. How would I even call this in German? It's like entweichen. Discharging, disappearing, ooze, exhaust, escape, leakage, maybe. Leak, enum duration. It leaks first, then it waits, and then it explodes for good. Let's maybe look at it. Oh, on complete we do... Yeah, let's look at it. Nothing happens, yay! Interesting. Do I have a TypeScript error? No, I don't. I need to play the timeline. Timeline dot play. Otherwise, nothing will happen. Okay, second try. Something weird happened. Something weird happened. I think that's this call here, which we don't need anymore. So, die. What? Wait, what? Aura dot. I want to stop emitting. Destroy this playlist. Oh, maybe that's the reason for that one. No. Why is this there? What does it do? What if we don't stop it? What happens then? And let's see, ambush. Does it do anything relevant here? I don't think it does, right? So if config dot do I have a config? CFG here, def config, that sounds reasonable. If def config dot skip intro, true. Config dot No, something weird happened. What did I do? Like so. If config dev config dot skip intro, then just return here. That. Okay. Ah, now it doesn't appear. So we have to set this dot set y config dot y a target. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think if we play around with the times a little, we're good. What I don't quite understand, what is this doing? Dev mode, folder dot open. Thank you. Ah, it stops it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Let's maybe const call this something. For example, stop emitting new particles. It's equal to a function which returns this fun stuff. And it receives a duration, or let's say delay, and it passes it down to this function, and then we can call this one in here. Actually, we don't even need that, right? We can just say stop emitting new particles. There you go. Perhaps. Go. That works. The 1 second delay for the short break is too short. Also, I would like to make the death animation, the leak animation longer. So and there you have it. Making it invisible is a bit weird. All of a sudden. Maybe it vanishes. Vanishing sounds good. Vanish oxy action sounds good. So instead of wait. So we have this explosion animation where it shakes. Yeah, right. So we say this, and we say we change the alpha value, and we interpolate it to 0. This way we can also stop this. And then it does looks like this. Yeah. That's it. I think we've got it. We've got it down. And this one should be more intense. More intensity! More intensity. Alpha is good. On complete. This dot set visible false, and we say this dot alpha equals 1, just to return it to into a nice state. Excuse me. And now one thing it's slightly more complicated here is to have the aura work for us. So we can of course do something like aura.resume, but what we actually want is to have the velocity and stuff increased. We resume and we stop emitting particles on complete again. Is that right? I don't think that's an explosion. Oh, it didn't do the thing. Because all of them are stopped. Const resume emitting new particles. Dot resume. Yes. Oh, did you see that? These guys have acceleration and stuff. Maybe we have to go down to the... So the emitter is not the emitter. The aura is just the emitter manager, which kind of passes most stuff down to the actual emitters. And inside of the manager you have the emitters, which do the actual work, which is I don't know, kind of confusing, I find. But yeah, I had to learn that the hard way yesterday. Oh wait, that's the wrong place. So first resume that one, then resume this one. It's not explosive, and in particular it didn't do the aura. Do we have to put this one as well? Oh, what is going wrong here? What is going wrong? Why are you not emitting? I also have pause. What does that one do? It freezes. Maybe the opposite of stop is not resume, but something else. Play, emit, mid zone, explode. Ooh, that's nice. Kill all, on, pause, pre-update, remove, reserve. That's different. Set speed. Stop. Start follow. Start. Can we maybe wait, let's do start for the time being and then look at it, and maybe explode is even what we want. That didn't look too bad. That didn't look too bad. What if, so stage first of all, never forget to stage. Power of staging is immense. Explode. Oh, something is wrong. Oh, it takes 3 arguments. The count, the x coordinate to emit the particle from, and the y coordinate. Why does it take different? Okay, I don't know. Emit 100 particles. Emit them from where you are. Aura.x, aura.y, I guess, maybe? Because hopefully the aura is at the right point. Well, that didn't work. wait, what was that? Why were there some particles just flying all of a sudden from right to left? This didn't work, but we can just say start. If this particle is emitted as in explode mode. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Interesting. So let's see. A few things that I want to do here now. First thing is I want to unkify this. So Phaser3, particle emitter flow versus explode. Because that's some very important information, and I did Google for Phaser introduction to particles or something, but no such luck. If you have any resources, please tell me. I would be very much interested in that. So, which means, where's our dark aura? There it is. It currently has frequency 0, which means it is not in explode mode. Where did it go? There. Particle is not in explode mode. Do I have frequency? I can just set the frequency. Interesting. What if we just set the frequency, e.frequency equal to -1, and then we explode with, I don't know, 100 particles, and we say aura.x and aura.y. That's where you should explode, and hopefully that might be it. Nope, it's not. Oh, it's relative, so it's 0, 0. It's probably the coordinates are relative to the aura. The aura is already at this point, or here, or somewhere here. So if we do that again, we have like 2 aura, which is down here somewhere. That's my guess. So 0, 0 should work. More particles, 1000 of them. It's just one. I mean, yes, but no. I don't know. Nah. Not really, not really. No, explode mode is not what we want, but we now found a way to set interesting stuff. For example, speed. We have to set them. No, perfect. Speed. The default speed is speed 500, so we just double it, or maybe triple it. And then we do e.start, and we also want to have we only want to emit for a very short time. What does flow do? To resume a flow at the current frequency and quantity. Use start instead. I don't get it. To resume a flow at the current frequency. Because we can set a frequency. Perfect. I think that's it. Frequency 1. I don't know, 500 particles. Do it. Maybe we get a ring again. That was totally unexpected. Did you see that? That was so unexpected. Let's watch it again. Oh, amazing. Maybe 100? No, 100 also seems to be way too much if I'm not mistaken here. Come on, die for me. That's intense. That's terribly intense. What if we do 20? What does flow and this mean? I don't know. I don't get it. This is not an explosion. To resume a flow, frequency greater than 1. Can we go into the... Yes, we can. Into the docs. Maybe we actually find out. We look here for... Let's go to the very top. There we go. So now if we go to frequency, there we go. So for flow emitter, the time interval between particle flow cycles in milliseconds. The value of 0 means let's Ankify that as well. Put that in my flashcards here. Phaser3 particle emitter frequency. And then I have to just clean this up. So for flow emitter, the time interval greater or equal to 0 between particle flow events in milliseconds. So every millisecond we are currently sending out particles. That's why. Well, that makes sense. So if we set this to 1000, we should now have one big chunk of how many particles? 1. Ah, there it is. Frequency, the time interval for each flow cycle. How long is a flow cycle? That's the next big question here. Well, did it work? I'm not exactly sure. There's one, and there's the second one. So every second it shoots out one particle until but why does it do it so long? Why does it stop at all, by the way? Do we stop emitting? Oh, we do stop emitting particles here. Ah. So if we shut this one down, I think now we get one particle shooting out in a random direction every second. There it is. I kind of start getting it. Which means, what does that mean? We want to have a very short explosive thing, right? So 500 here. And then within 500, no, we want to have like maybe 5. So it's 500 divided by 100. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. 100. So I take 500 divided by the number of flow events that I want. And in that time we want like 100 particles, let's say. Come on, Violet Fairy Dragon. Die for me. Aha. 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 I think we've got this now. So we just need to figure out the correct parameters here. Maybe every 50 milliseconds, one row. Or does it get too concentric? Well, that didn't look too bad. Maybe 50. I remember one thing here. E dot set lifespan. Yeah. Let's say these are only 300 milliseconds long. Then do we actually need flow mode? Or can we now just say E dot start again? Let us maybe for us to get a better debug experience here. No, it doesn't work at all. Also interesting. What if we do it like this? Now that's interesting. We do need to resume this dude, I think. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. E dot set alpha. One. I think there's some alpha value also involved, which makes it weird. Yeah, the alpha is apparently a linear combination here, or a linear interpolation. I don't know. I want to have it explosive. 500. Start. E dot set maximum, isn't there? Max particles. Set a hard limit. Set to hard limit the amount of particles this emitter is allowed to create. 0 means unlimited. Do we have a hard limit? Max particles is 0. No, we do not have a hard limit. We do not have a hard limit. I'm getting confused here. There's also the quantity. Maybe that's the one. How many particles are emitted each time particles are emitted? One explosion or one flow cycle? Set quantity. I want many in a very short amount of time. Do it. That's not too bad. The only thing that bugs me here is now that it should be like very, very short instead. Oh, I want that one. the buggy one. Can I say the E dot take or set buggy but good looking animation? True. That works, right? That's valid. Set a quantity of 20, set it very short, emit it with fairly high speed, and do the linear interpolation maybe even. Die for me. That doesn't work. Maybe we set the lifetime to be slightly stronger or longer. Is it just the amount of particles that's missing here? That looks good. I take it. I take it. So, now what? Let's rename this one in explode particle or explode aura animation, and we say and then this dot set time, no wait, scene.delayed call, and after 300 milliseconds I want you to call stop emitting new particles. And actually we can just do this because it's JavaScript. Like so. And then remove these two. Stop emitting. This one not. Explode aura animation, and do we need to resume? I don't think we do. Let's see. Oh no, I broke it. Because this one is now much shorter than what we originally had. Where is it? 2000. Okay. There. Let's maybe even call this final explode aura animation. Then after that, the aura should be removed, in fact. So we have that one. The explosion to animation duration. Shrinked to 1000 to 500 even. But if we increase this one again, this one is called automatically. Do it. Yep. Yep, I take it. Let me hear that with sounds. Unmute. Is that it? The music actually doesn't play, huh? And the music should play at the very end, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, the music should play at the very, very end. On complete, start the music. Ta-da! We still need one sound, but other than that, I think we're good. Screen shake, short but intense. Let's look at it once more. We also want to have let's see, something like this dot activity bar dot stop updates. Or just stop. Or disable. Let's call it stop. Then we go inside of here, and this one should be fairly simple. Public stop. We say this dot set. We can just call set active on it, I think. Because set active means a game object with its active property set to true will be updated by the scenes update list. But I think that's wrong. That's the wrong one. Well, we'll see in just a second. Yeah, it does still update. Public stop, and when we say this dot enabled equals false, this dot private enabled equals true, and if not enabled, return. There you go. So that settles that one. There is one more thing I want to have on the monster. Where's my day animation? Man, this has grown. Here, I want a very short delay. Timeline dot add. I want a very short delay here. Targets. It's just an empty object. And we say x0, whatever. And we take a short delay of, I don't know, 500 milliseconds. And then on start, we start the music. Which gives us a small frame of kind of safety, which I think will feel pretty good. Okay, does it update? No, it's done. No, does it update? It does update. Why? Because we still call set active stop. The scream is so... It stopped all of a sudden. Other than that, I don't know, 2 seconds. Maybe even increase this one. I don't know how that looks like, but let's see. that might be a bit too intense, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, not terrible. The scream is for whatever reason stopped all of a sudden. Is that just the... That's just the way it is? It's just the way it is, baby. Where's my scream? Here. Hopefully that's not too loud. No, it's actually not cut. Why does it get cut? I don't get that. It shouldn't get cut. Or do we do anything on import? We don't. Oh, that's weird. Play it again. No, it's pretty good. Why does it? Why does it stop all of a sudden? I don't get that. This... we stop the screen? For whatever reason we stop the screen. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. It's that simple. Just don't do it. On the other hand, we can just say play here. That should work too. We of course need to write proper syntax. Yep. So, I think that's about it. How do we destroy the aura? Here we stop them. We don't. well, that works. That, I guess, works as well. Yeah, well, I guess that works as well. We need an explosion sound and we need destroy explosive aura. Yeah, we don't do that. We just ignore it. We do need the explosion sound. Do we have something in here? It's called landing, right? Ground shake. This one. So down here, we take you. And then go! One final cry. Didn't play the sound because I use add, not play. I need to use play. One more. I think it works. I like it. Were you actually able to hear that? Yeah, I think you were, right? It might have been a bit. So one more try. Sorry. I clicked out of the window, which means it stops playing the sound, unfortunately. Nice. I think we've got it. Ship it. Man, that code is terrible. that code is like seriously got some issues. But it works at least. But that code got some issues, my friends. So how much better can we actually make this? One thing we could do is no, we cannot add the aura at the beginning. Or can we? Wait. If we add the aura at the very beginning, that should work, right? Most of it should work. It just stays there kind of like a sleeper, inactive, waiting to be invoked. To be invoked. other than that, we can probably move a lot of the logic maybe into a specific class just for the only for that one for this one animation, and then we use that one everywhere. That should help things a tiny bit. How does that sound? We have our explosion sound. We have a short break. And finally we play the fanfare. Man, that's something. Yeah, I think I like the idea with putting all of this fun stuff into an object and then using that object instead. It's also, most of it is actually copied from above, or maybe not. Probably the indentation is different, so that's why Phaser cannot, sorry, VS Code can't find it. Yeah, the indentation is different, but all of this is identical. Then we have some resume functions and some other fun stuff. Okay, I like that idea. What is this? Yeah. In particular, we can fix the what is this issue. Although we might run into a new one because of that. Well, let's make a short break, and then we fix, so we extract this code into another class and make everything slightly nicer, slightly nice. And then we ship it. And then we have a start animation, we have an end animation, and most importantly, I do need to set this one to do reset or set skip intro to false. Can I do it, please? That doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Then see you in a minute. And back we are. So, welcome back. We are continuing to work on our little game here. And currently we're doing the death animation of our little hobgoblin captain here. So it looks at this point like this. Be aware, let me lower the volume slightly. So you have to imagine it like this. So we usually have some adventurer coming in and he starts attacking the monster and attacks again, and the monster receives some damage, and then all of a sudden and it's gone. We did it. We did it. We did it. Actually, I want this one to be even longer. It just needs to be more apparent, the pain of the monster. That's too long. It doesn't fit anymore with the scream sound. We don't want that. Okay, I guess 2000 was the maximum. 2000 milliseconds was the maximum indeed. So now we want to extract one animation here basically into its own class. So what I do is monster death.ts and we say export class monster death, and it doesn't extend anything so far. What it does, it receives the scene, which is a scene object from Phaser, and it does actually say this is a private, probably read-only property. So from here on we do the following. We look at our code and we copy everything over first of all. Where are you, monster? There's our beautiful monster code. And this is some fun this is some fine code, isn't it? Ouch. It is not. Anyway. So immediately when we start this dude, we stop its animation, but we do initiate it. We do need a depth value. And we do need the monster actually. So which is probably we cannot use monster because that would give us a cyclic dependency. So what we can instead do is we take a game objects dot image instead. That should be fine. I mean, we could also just take an iPoint, which I have defined here somewhere, plus some other properties, I think. That should work as well. But well. So now from the monster we use okay. No. We do use depth, and so x is a number, y is a number, and ooh, we have one issue. It initiates it at the wrong time. If we do it like that and we... The problem is that the monster usually, if I'm not in debug mode, it starts somewhere up here and then it falls down. Which means the initial position is not correct the way we hoped it is. Okay, then slight change in plan, I guess. We provided X and Y and the depth. Yeah. The depth is a number as well. And now we remove get center. We say the depth is just the depth that we have passed. And now, so this will be initiated twice, in fact. Once in the intro animation and once in the death animation, I think. So, by the way, hello to all of our new people in chat. Welcome, welcome. Say hi as well. I'm very open for any discussions, as well as, yeah, what are you up to? That's always one fun part of my job, finding out what people are working on. And yeah, just chatting about some nerd stuff. So we do add the aura here. I do want the aura to be a property, private, a read-only property aura, and it is what? It is a particle emitter or something like that. Particle emitter manager. Like this. And then we can say this dot, and we do this dot aura blah blah blah. Oh, need to import the game objects namespace so that we can actually access it. All right, so this looks better. Now let's give this one a public property, stop emitting new particles, which does exactly this. Oops. We also give it a property, public final explode aura animation, I guess. And yes, we could listen to what GitHub Copilot is saying there, but we can also just not do it and instead copy and paste the code. And then we do this dot stop emitting particles. So all of this can be gone. And that looks already slightly better. Now inside of here, now the fun starts. Actually, thinking about it, I probably want to push once. So kind of add or episode 34, add monster death animation. Death anim. And now we start. So inside of here, we see a lot of red. Why is it red? Inside of the die animation, we now do const my aura, let's say, or dark aura is equal to new monster aura of something, something, something. Why? Because we called it monster death. Monster aura. Let's rename it quickly. We haven't imported it yet anywhere, so the import is very the rename is best simple. So we give it this, but this dot scene, and we give it this dot can move this one up. We provided with X, we provided with Y, and we provided with config.y -1. There we go. And now all of this has been resolved. All of this has also been resolved. And we can start with this dude. We need that on the function, resume. I don't know exactly where the difference is at this point anymore. Aura.resume. In one case we work on the emitter manager, and in one case we work on the emitters inside of the manager, which is kind of weird. They're different. But yeah. So now we can say, or we can just call this aura dot. We can also say aura dot stop emitting new particles on complete. And then we can say aura dot final explode aura animation. Why is it final? Because we change everything. So the thing is probably broken. Do not use the aura after calling this function. The state is totally broken. The object state is totally broken. But that's why we call it final. Then, anything else? Was that it already? That was easier than I expected. Yeah, that was easier than I expected. Cool. Now, does it still work? That's the big question here. That looks good. Nice. And this one also works. Perfect. Nice, it works. So stage, and we have one more aura inside of here for the landing, which we can now also replace, if I'm not mistaken. New. So this dude here, we change it up into new monster aura of almost, my friend, config.y -1. Remove all of this. Remove this dude. This becomes now aura.stop emitting new particles. And that's it. Oh, that was easy. Now we, of course, need to stop skipping the intro. Oh, it doesn't do the thing anymore. It doesn't do the thing anymore. Damn it. Wait, it resumes and then it stops immediately? That doesn't make any sense, right? Where does it actually start? Here's the monster aura. When the ground shake has completed. Oh, it was a delayed call. That's why. Yeah. Yeah. So after 1800 milliseconds, we do this. No, not this, but aura dot stop emitting new particles. Like so. And now we need to stop skipping the intro again. And oh, we should also stop the music, I guess, huh? When we do the final hit, let's stop the music. But other than that, I think we're good. We're good. And that does look a lot, at least slightly cleaner. Having it packed into this one animation. So this is episode 34, the refactor. And what did we do? Extract our dark aura to class. There we go. And now one easygoing thing, monster. One thing that should be fairly easygoing. On die, I do want to stop the music. This dot scene. Stop the music. Please don't stop the music. Music. I guess this dot scene dot sound dot stop by key battle loop. Let's look at it. Nice. It's also a nice reprise or coda of the initial theme, right? So if we add a new adventurer here, there we are. And we start attacking. The monster attacks us, even though it goes into a different place. And now yeah. Yes, I think that's it for the time being. I think that's what we're gonna do. So this is a very simple change. This is just a, I don't know, change. Stop battle music on monster. There. And then we just push that to the limit. And I think we have exclamation mark done our monster dead animation and stop updating stuff. what it said. There we go. Cool. Thanks so much for joining again. It was a lot of fun, and let's maybe look at the end result once more. Or maybe we actually do it on not only in the demo, but actually in the actual game by playing a little round. So we disable, however, the death mode, and then whoops, you walk through a dark forest. It's a nice summer evening, but all of a sudden, a cry. It's a Meredith. So, to all who are still there, you can !join into the chat, and then you can start battling with me. So, feel free to do that. Then we have the following commands. We have !join, we have !attack, and we have !heal, and then you make a space, add, and then write the name of another person. Other than that, let's do full attack ahead. Nice. That's 30. How much damage was it? Wasn't able to see it so quickly. Ah. Ha. That little damage won't stop my attack. Man, I'm doing some pretty good blows, I think. Yeah, 25 damage. No, 32 damage. Wow. That's probably 17 damage in the face. Let's try to heal. Not completely healing the 17 damage we took. Let's see, the ATB bar is almost full. Monster is about to attack every minute now. Or is it? I can't really see it. It's too... From my perspective, the screen is not so great, so... Oh, that hurt, man. And that hurts. Stop attacking me. Oh! It only has 2 HP left. Just one more hit, and it's I think even a 100% chance to kill the Meredith. So less chance to join. You can do this do the hit skill, huh? Kill steal. If you join now, the last chance. Otherwise, I smash you back with my powerful attack. Nice. I love it. That's what we do. That's how we go. We take it. Nice. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here in the TypeScript Tea Time. Hope to see you next time at tomorrow, 18 o'clock. I think a couple of more people will join at that time, particularly because I invited a few. And then we can play around together, probably. So look forward to that. Thank you so much, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.